And so the debacle continues. Bitcoin plunging below 10,000 here once again. And the question now becomes, is a retest down into the $8,000 region potentially here in the cards? What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. What is going on, my friends? Today I'd like to discuss Bitcoin and the action we're seeing inside the chart right now. It is no surprise, unless you've been living under a rock, Bitcoin right now has stuck in another local high here roughly around the $10,950 region. Right now, we've broken down out of several bearish areas. I'm going to point all of this out. Does this in fact have any hope here for the bulls? I want to look at this from both perspectives, the bullish side and the bearish side. Is what I'm seeing here looking like it is favoring the bulls, or is this looking like it may be favoring the bears here in the short term? So as a full-time trader, I'd like to discuss with you my strategy, my game plan, and how I plan to crush this market right now in the immediate term. So without any further ado, you guys already know the deal. If you like these daily crypto videos and nightly live streams, smack that thumbs up button, click the subscribe, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Moon the likes, ladies and gentlemen. Moon them up. All right, so we'll begin with our Bitcoin technical analysis. And of course, before we begin, this is not investment advice, this is not trading advice. These are only my own opinions, ideas, and speculative hypotheses on the market. Always do your own research and your own due diligence before investing or trading, as this market is extremely high risk, and I am not your financial advisor. I will never tell you what to do with your trades or investments. That being said, let's begin right here on the 4-hour time frame. So we stuck in a low all the way down in the $9,500 region after a heinous sell-off after retesting the $12,000 area. Now, look at where we found this rejection, ladies and gentlemen, right there on the 0.5 Fibonacci extension of the micro move. Very, very interesting. We've seen all throughout this trend here that these fibs have acted as very significant points, putting in our resistance here, then back testing, finding support on the 0.236, breaking through, finding resistance at the 0.5, then a little local support there upon the 382, and then, ladies and gentlemen, the trap door opened and the floodgates let the bears rain down upon this market. And right now, where we currently stand, is back below this 0.236. So in my opinion, my observation here is that if we are to retest this level, which we kind of already have here on these 4-hour candles, you can see we've been rejected four times here at this level already. But if Bitcoin is going to have one last push up here, I would look to see that this may in fact just be that final level of resistance before a much further move to the downside. We've already had the resistance here though, ladies and gentlemen, so it does not need to retest this level. But what I'm saying is monitor this region, as if it does test back up, you could look for that last and final resistance here before potential further downside. Let's get this crypto. So here you can see, ladies and gentlemen, I had a rising wedge drawn here. Shout out to my VIPs. Hickory Dickory Dock, Don wound up shorting the absolute top. Let's get this crypto. If you are in my VIP, you would know that I was setting short orders all up in this region here. I want to show you guys my mentality here. I was setting shorts all up inside this region. And now if you want to see this, this is what the alert that I sent out to my VIPs. I said, I'm putting a short ladder on right now. This ladder roughly spans over a 4% range, which is that range here I just showed you. And the reason for this, if Bitcoin is going to create another macro lower high and continue to respect the downward sloping trend line trajectory, I'm speculating that the potential rejection may occur anywhere within this range. And you can see I had my ladders stacked from 10,953 all the way up to 11,441. And if we take a look here, ladies and gentlemen, at the exact top, Hickory Dickory Dock, Bitcoin, if we actually have to put our tool on here, you could see the high was 10,955. That's over in the top right corner in the box at the top there. The high was 10,955. Don Carbonaccio stuck in the first short there at 10,953. And you could see my further update there was that my short there was filled. So right now I am sitting in an absolutely beautiful, beautiful profit on this trade right now. Shout out to my VIPs. I've kept you updated with my trades there all along the way. I always say it, ladies and gentlemen, if you fail to plan, your plan is to fail, right? You see, I had a bunch of orders here that did not fill, right? You see 11,123, 11,297, 11,441. It was anywhere within this vicinity, because I felt that this was fair game for me to see the trend give way, okay? And what wound up happening was that right there, right at the beginning of this range, which in and of itself is more weakness, right? The fact we couldn't even push through the range to get to the top signifies that there was not even enough strength to try and do that. It failed right at the beginning of my box, which was also that 0.5 fib extension, which was also the trend line here of resistance on this rising wedge. And then, of course, we broke the trend line, broke the 0.382 Fibonacci, and the rest is history. So now that we stand here and we see, right, that this trend is looking like it may want to test back into this green area of support between 9,500 and 9,000 flat. But we have to start examining what's going on here, right? Because for the longest time now, since our high there at 14,000, Bitcoin has been creating a series of lower highs. That is not good, ladies and gentlemen. That is inherently bearish, right? That you keep sticking in lower highs, and for a little bit, we were on a lower low trajectory. Let's recap here, okay? Our first low, then a lower low, then a lower low again. Then, for the first time, we got a neutral low here. It wound up being a double bottom, okay? This led to our last bullish surge. Then we dump the first higher low of the series here. And now where we are, if it were to hold, this would be another higher low. But this is way too early right now, ladies and gentlemen, to assume that this right here has to hold, okay? So the number that I want you to keep on your radar right now is this low right here. And that low, my friends, is roughly at about 9,450. All eyes should be on 9,450 right here, right now. Because what you must understand here is that if this is going to have any chance of remaining bullish, in my opinion, we're going to need to see this turn from a series of bearish lower lows to then a neutral double bottom here, then a higher low and another higher low to create a nice rounding bottom formation that then could tentatively look to break out to a new higher high upon a series of higher lows for the first time in quite some time. Let's get this crypto. But if this does not happen, ladies and gentlemen, and if that 9,450 level is purged, this level right here, sure, there's been support all along this range. You can see it with my green box. Many, many touch points. And sure, it could still hold. But what we must understand is that on a micro level right now, this would be creating a new lower low here. If this drops below this region, ladies and gentlemen, the algorithms are likely going to be aware of this. Traders like myself, traders like Don Carbonaccio are all going to be sitting here salivating, ladies and gentlemen. The sharks are in the water. Right now, what I'm seeing is that the trend is looking like it's ready for a decisive move. It's been playing games in here, ladies and gentlemen. This has all been shenanigans. Sure, there's been great trading opportunity. Shout out to my VIPs. Like I said, I'm in a great short trade right now, and I'm going to continue to keep you all updated in VIP with every trade I make in real time to the absolute second that I make my trade. If you are not already in VIP, I will see you in VIP right now after this video, because every trade that I take here, I'm going to be keeping you updated in real time with it to the absolute second. Let's get this crypto. So now, let's discuss here. I just pointed out that we need to see a rounding bottom, okay? We need to keep this higher low trajectory intact. After a neutral double bottom, we need a series of higher lows. If that does not happen, The last chance here, ladies and gentlemen, is roughly this 9150 area. And if this goes through, whew, let's zoom out. Let's look. Let's see what we're talking about here, okay? What we have to understand is that this range here is the next range with a lot of confluence in it, the range with a lot of historic price action of which we could expect to potentially see some support. And actually, I want to pull up now. Let's go over. I'll use this chart. That's fine. I'm going to pull up a Fibonacci here of the retracement here from the bottom of the bear market, okay, all the way to our top there. And what I want you to see as well, ladies and gentlemen, this lines up perfectly with the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement. And along with that, right at the bottom of this range, right, with that support, you see the historic price action here. That is right along the golden Fibonacci retracement as well, the 0.618, roughly around 72.50. But the 0.5 is roughly in the $8,500 region. So if we ballpark, the sweet spot may be right there around 8,000, right? Right here in this pocket, right somewhere in this range. And I want to show you over here as well. If we do go and look at the Bitcoin CME futures chart, there is still a gap here, ladies and gentlemen. And that gap goes all the way down to roughly 8,500. Gaps do not need to fill, but they historically have loved to fill time and time again all throughout the trading history here on the CME futures chart. So for me right now, my eyes are still on this gap potentially being filled. Even when we had this gap here, ladies and gentlemen, we had a gap here, right? You see it over here. This was it. And all the moon boys at this time, when we were literally on a parabolic celery stick up here. Oh, Kirby, the gap will never fill, Kirby. It'll never fill, Kirby. You're just a perma bear. You hate Bitcoin, Kirby. You. And then what do you know, ladies and gentlemen? Boom, fills the gap, right? All these moon boys, ladies and gentlemen, they can keep screaming off the rooftops. They can keep saying, oh, Don, you, I'm just going to keep hodling, Kirby. I'm just a hodler, Kirby, a hodler. You want to go and be a hodler, James? That's fine with me. But when you step into the house that Don Carbonaccio built, you best believe that on this stream we look at this like realists. We look at this chart as something of opportunity on each swing to the upside and to the downside. I don't sit here with $25 worth of Bitcoins and just talk about, I'm going to hodl, Kirby, I'm just going to hodl until we eventually go to the moon. The economy collapses. The fiat currency system is gone, Kirby. Oh, it's nonsense, ladies and gentlemen. Garbaggio. This is a channel for traders. This is a channel for those that are looking to crush the market like a 2-ton man on a tuna fish can. Hodling and praying for the moon is not crushing the market like a 2-ton man on a tuna fish can. In fact, that is the tuna fish can that's being crushed while everybody else is the 2-ton man. Sheesh. Now, I also quickly want to look over at the Bitcoin Google Trends data, as this is now developing each and every day. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are subscribed here, you know I've been showing this a lot recently, but we're getting more and more data here on a daily basis. So this is what I'm showing you now. Don't think this is getting repetitive. We're getting more data each and every day here. The Crypto Fear and Greed Index as well. I want to look at that. I want to look at the Bitcoin dominance, and we'll briefly look at the altcoin market cap as well. Let's get this crypto, okay? But if you are just tuning in now, don't forget to moon up the likes, moon them up, smash those thumbs, click the subscribe button, tick the little bell. Let's get this crypto. Satoshi needs a new pair of shoes. Sheesh. So just the final thoughts here on this before we continue. We need to understand, along with everything else that I just showed you here with the structure, right, that we need to maintain a higher low here in order for the bulls to truly have a chance, in my opinion. We must also understand that right now, the RSI has plunged quite a bit. Maybe we'll have enough support here at the oversold territory to get another bounce and an attempt up. We see on the daily, ladies and gentlemen, we are at a critical support level here on the RSI. Absolutely critical. If we drop below this level, ladies and gentlemen, this would now be a new lower low after again a series of lower highs and lower lows, right? You see this here. And if we go lower, this is just more, it's more bearish sentiment on my end, ladies and gentlemen. So keep your eye on that as well. I'm going to be trading this all aggressively. My mind is on every indicator. My eyes are seeing the charts right now for what they are, and that is right now looking like there is epic, potentially life-changing trading opportunity looming around every corner right now. And I will be trading this aggressively. So shout out to my VIPs and shout out to all of my new future VIPs joining VIP right now after this video. I'm going to continue to look for potentially life-changing trading opportunity here. If it arises, then I'm looking to strike like a cobra out of the grass and get this crypto. And I will be keeping you updated to the absolute second that I make my entries, take my profits, set up my trades, set up my strategies, etc. I'll be posting it all for you in VIP. So I will see you in VIP right after this video. Let's get this crypto. Now, over to the Google Trends data here. We're looking at the worldwide data past 90 days for the search term Bitcoin. We can all see here that our peak was on June 26th. That was a relative 100 for the last 90 days, okay? We've now floundered and plunged all the way back down to our low here at 28. We're on a slight little uptick now, but it's not much, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to notice that right now we are back to that pre-parabolic blow-off top level. That is not what I wanted to see here. And if we actually go and look now at the past 5-year data, we can see that we've gone all the way back down to an 11, which was our last low. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been now on a series of higher highs and higher lows here ever since we broke out of that $3,000 range. Now, for the first time, Bitcoin is flirting here with making a lower low. Not what I wanted to see here personally. Not good at all, in my opinion. And if we look here on the past 12 months data, we can see clearly, ladies and gentlemen, we are back to, roughly the beginning of this parabolic move, flirting with going back into levels where we were in March, March 2019, where if we scroll back here, this was March 2019, ladies and gentlemen, all the way down here. So for me right now, we're flirting with interest levels up here that we've only seen when Bitcoin was down in the $3,000 area. So it's critical right now, ladies and gentlemen, for this to hold. We can see here on the 1-year chart, we've already made a new lower low. This was a 43. Right now, the incomplete data, so this is subject to change. But at the time of recording, it's showing a 42. So right now, we are teetering on some very interesting data here that if we do go back to these levels, just from a theoretical standpoint, how is this price to be maintained here, right? At these levels up here, how are these prices to be maintained when the Google Trends data is showing volume that we saw back here? Something doesn't seem right to me, ladies and gentlemen, in that regard. So I am keeping this on my radar here, as well as I think this could be very telling of the times. Let's get this crypto. And also here, ladies and gentlemen, the Fear and Greed Index, sheesh, currently at an 11. The big takeaway here for me is that all throughout the uptrend, the parabolic rise, right, what we saw was a continued series of higher highs and higher lows. Now, ever since our parabolic euphoric blow-off top near 14,000, we've seen lower highs and lower lows, ladies and gentlemen. All to me indicating here, right? The Google Trends data looks like it's changing. We're seeing that lower low on the 1-year for the first time. Right now on the 5-year, flirting there with that lower low for the first time as well. We're seeing in the chart right now, we are unable at this point in time to create a new higher high. Bitcoin right now has dropped below all these critical areas of micro support here on the small micro intraday trends right now. And we're coming up upon this critical green box here, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, that for me is between 9,500 and roughly 9,100 to 9,000 flat. Like I said, I want to see this upward trend maintained, ladies and gentlemen, with this neutral double bottom, then a higher low. I want to see another higher low. If we fail that and we drop below this low here, ladies and gentlemen, Don Carbonaccio is looking at this from an even more bearish perspective than what I'm seeing right now. Of course, this is Bitcoin, right? Technical analysis doesn't have to be perfect. But for me right now, I've shown you I've been short here from 10,953. And what I'm seeing right now is that the bears definitely seem to have a lot of momentum right here, right now. So if this is to change, I want to see it start with a higher low here and then look to take out this high, our high here at 10,953-ish, and then move on to potentially eclipse this high, and then we can start to talk about more bullish things. But for right now, ladies and gentlemen, my eye is on the prize. I'm ready to get this crypto to the upside or to the downside. If this thing drops off and we wind up capitulating down into that potentially $8,500 region or even lower than that, right? Maybe into this sweet pocket here that I was just outlining before. If we are to fall into this range, you best believe Don Carbonaccio is getting ready to strike like a cobra out of the grass and get this crypto. The Moon Boys, again, ladies and gentlemen, these Moon Boys, these degenerates, they come onto these streams, they cry, "Oh, Don, you just don't understand the tech." Yeah, you're telling Don Carbonaccio he doesn't understand the tech. You bought $20 worth of Bitcoins, James. Don Carbonaccio has been doing this a long time. I love Bitcoin. I respect Bitcoin. But I am a trader and a realist, and I understand the opportunities that present themselves with these swings, and I'm looking to trade it both to the upside, and if it's going down, what am I going to do? Hodl here? Oh, hodl one day? Why would I do that when I can see this and short when I want to make profit on the way down, right? Just as I just did right here on this swing right now, and I'm reaping the rewards of this trade right now. Let's get this crypto. So guys, if you could one last time, moon up the likes, moon them up, smash those thumbs, click the subscribe button, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. The Moon Boys can either like it or they don't like it. But either way, they better learn to love it. Because this stream right here is the best thing going inside the cryptocurrency space today. Let's get this crypto. Diamonds are forever, and so is Don Carbonaccio. Sheesh. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be trading this very aggressively here. If you want all of my trade alerts in real time, I will be posting them for you in VIP. Every entry, every strategy, everything that I formulate. When I enter my trades, exit my trades, take my profits, I post it all for you in real time to the absolute second. I can only be here on YouTube once per day. In VIP, I'm posting around the clock, 24/7. To the exact moment that I set up my trades, etc. So I'll be posting all of that for you in VIP. I'm ready to crush this market. Are you? Let's get this crypto. So guys, until next time, my friends, I'll see you all in VIP right now. Shout out to all my new future VIPs joining VIP right now after this video. And until next time, my friends, the Don has spoken. Be safe, be happy, be healthy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. Curbs.